Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is May 3rd, 2021. We begin a new week as we search for answers to our political problems here in America and in my poor little country called Liberia. Let me put up my topics so we can get in my lesson this morning. Oh, I just want you all to know that the video you just saw was from yesterday. It was in 80-degree weather. The sun was up partly. It was partly cloudy, but it was a nice day. So I took a drive out to bring my viewers the information and news of what was happening on that wonderful day yesterday in Rhode Island. We're back. Take your shots. Make sure to take your vaccine. We got to get out of this COVID-19 situation. And those of us who have taken our shots want to make sure that we're mingling with people who have done the same. So if you haven't taken your shots, don't believe the political BS. Your health is more important. Get out there, take your shots, let's mingle and jingle and get back into action. Okay? Aluta. Well, I want to also extend my congratulations to Quitty Pay, my little civilized man from Liberia who's going to play pro football now from Providence, Rhode Island. Quitty, congratulations. I like what you say about your mom and what you've done to change her life. Best wishes to you and your family, brother. And when you go out there to play football, be safe, be strong, stay alive. Aluta. Okay, let's get into my lesson. My three topics for today are: 1, have Joseph Boikai of Unity Party and Alexander Cummings of Alternative National Congress Party form an alliance? 2, is Darius Dillon qualified and should consider 2023 presidential election? 3, charity begins at home. It should be begins. Sorry, let me just correct that right away. Those things make me feel bad while I leave them out there like that. You know what? Correcting them. So let me just put that begins there. That S. Charity begins. It'll just take a second. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to the nitty-gritty. So my first lesson is Joseph Boikai of Unity Party and Alexander Cummings of the Alternative National Congress, have they formed an alliance? Because I was listening to your Cindy Poye this morning. She's a big Alexander Cummings supporter. And she was telling us that Boikai ab initio had no intentions of running. He didn't want to run for president. So when Alex Cummings announced his candidacy and invited Boikai to come and visit him so they could talk and, just hang around, Boikai announced that he's running for president too. So Yacinda is telling us indirectly that the U.S. doesn't want Boikai to run because he's too old. So eventually he will resign. He will give up the race and support Alex Cummings. Now, if this is the strategy, this is deceitfulness. Because right now, the whole of the country relying on Joseph Boikai to run. And yes, you're telling us that Boikai will not run because some outside forces telling him he's too old, he should let Alexander Cummings run. So in the midst of the election, he would get out of the race and support Alexander Cummings. So where would Liberian people be at that time? All the people who have decided to support Boikai. So you see, we come back to the same deceitfulness, the same treachery, the same evil all over again. Now Jacinda Quay is telling us that Boikai didn't want to run in the first place. So why is he deciding to run now? And I don't think Boikai will bring any positive change to the situation in our country today. We need new people, man. We need new leaders. We need to try a new bunch of people who we haven't tried before, but who we know have the competence, the knowledge, and the ability to make these changes based on their track records too, serving in the community and other things in our society. So we got to try other people. We can't hang on these people all the time. These people have let us down. And we need new breed of people. We need new people coming in and leading us and letting us see what a different kind of people can bring to us. Because the same people have failed us. We keep failing. We know we're not going nowhere with these people. It's the same stealing, the same deception, the same lies, the same corruption. We ain't going nowhere. We need new people. We need to try new people. Because this is our country, man. And look at our country after 170-something years. Look at Liberia. Just the road situation alone has sent us back almost 50, 60, 70, 80 years in the past. And we're still not progressing. We're still not thinking about unification and integration. We're still talking about tribalism and ethnocentricity and all these things that keep us down. We can't continue. We can't continue like this. We have to come to our senses. We have to sit down and look at the leadership of the people who want to lead us in 2023. And look among us to see who are the younger leaders, who are promising, who are standing up to the system, who are showing that they know what they're doing and they want to bring change. And nobody can stop them. Those are the people we want. We've got to give them a shot and support them. Stand behind them. Make sure they do not fail. Make sure that we keep them under wraps and ensure that they do what we put them there to do. But if we keep following the old people who have been there from time immemorial, who will not listen to us, no matter what we tell them, they will not listen to us. They will do what they want to do. The time for a change is now. The time for us to move our country to another area of existence is now. All my life I've been under this system. The same people, the same corrupt standards. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I don't hate nobody. I'm not against nobody. I'm just tired. I want to try something new. I want to bring new people in to see if they can offer us something better, to see if they can take us from one stage to the next, Even if it's a little baby step from where we are. But we can't go on taking one step forward and 3 steps backward. Now we're taking 3 steps backward after Ellen. And we got the ignoramus still leading us with the warlords. We have a better future and destiny ahead of us. We don't deserve this. We don't deserve this. We are bringing ourselves down with our own juju. With our own juju is our own fault, our own hindrance, our own stagnation. Because it's not a religion to progress and advance. It's a bellicose religion. It's a religion that fuss and fights for who in charge, who got the power, who do this. That's the kind of religion. It's not a religion of unification and integration. So we got to find our God that brings us together in peace and harmony. Bring us together under the rule of law and sanctity. Bring us together under decency, honor, pride and prestige, self-esteem. We got to have the pride for ourselves and in ourselves. Self-esteem, respect. Everything has to do with respect. The same thing with the police in America and the situation. It's all about respect. When you don't respect people, you treat them like trash. It's about respect. And once we honor respect and know from whence we come and who we are as Americans, as Liberians, and want to live in a wholesome, functional society with others under the rule of law and decency and common sense and direction, so we don't end up killing each other over foolishness, fighting over foolishness like the Republicans are doing now. They don't know whether they're going or coming, booing people and all this kind of thing, But that's their path. I can't change it for them. I got my own problems. But we can't be like that. We've been like that too long. We've been like that over 100 years. And where has it gotten us? Nowhere. Nothing but death, and destruction and loss of property. What is this? This is insanity. And we've got to ensure now that we have leaders that will bring us the kind of peace and prosperity, the kind of law and justice and order we need in our country. And it doesn't have to come from the same old people. It doesn't have to come from the same old people. We need to try people now. Okay? We need to try people. And I just hope we consider that. Because our children and our future, not even our country, our children and future deserve better. They deserve a chance to live. They deserve a chance to grow. They deserve a chance to be happy and pursue happiness, their happiness, whatever they want to do. But if we don't make conditions suitable for them, if we don't set the opportunities and make it available for them, who would do it for them? Who would do it for them? We'll be right back in the same era of deception and lies and treachery and who's in charge, who would take the credit, who would do this, and all this thing will hold us down. Because that's how mediocre people think. They do things for credit instead of success, personal credit. And we can't pursue this path. We can't pursue this path. This is not our path, man. We deserve better. We deserve better. And like I always tell you, Ellen Johnson says tell you, even though she didn't follow her own advice, leadership is key. Leadership is key. Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. She told us to lead. That is the key. She failed Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Liberia's going down on the George Weah. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him. So, leadership is key to everything we do. And when our leaders are not truthful to us, when our leaders are full of secrecy and backdoor dealings and secret meetings and all these things that change the direction of what we want to see out of them, and they have no regards for us, they just do what they want to do and expect us to just follow all the time, to just be deceived all the time, to be betrayed all the time. The time of the Liberian people is here. Because there's an alliance between Boikai and Cummings, for Boikai to step out of the race and leave it to Cummings, when all the people have already decided to give their vote to Boikai. You will leave them hanging in limbo again and probably tell them to give their votes to Cummings. It will be the same CPP anyway. But it's not fair. It's not the right way to do it. It's not the right way to do it. It's not the right process. It's a process of deception. If he knows he's going to resign, why doesn't he resign now and give somebody else the chance to compete with Alex Cummings for the VP position, about the president position? Okay? So that's why I stand on it, on this first part. CPP got to be honest and truthful to the Liberian people. We have no leaders that we can trust now. We have no leaders that are sincere to us, really, man. They come and lie and lie and lie and tell us one thing, and we hear the rumors all going on from their people. So our country in a state of chaos all the time, confusion, especially surrounding this election business and this leadership business. Okay? Let me go to my second point now. Is Darius Dillon qualified and should be considered for the 2023 presidential election? This is a great debate because even before Darius Dillon decided to run for his second term, his first term as senator, his real first term as senator, I was thinking too that perhaps he would be a good choice to consider for the presidency too. Because for the whole Liberian society to support one man is indicative of the trust and confidence that our people have in this one person. And now that he's been elected and has partly served and has seen that Liberian people will not relent in jumping on him too, in charging him, in attacking him too for foolishness. Because we're tired with leaders who have let us down. We want people who we can trust, who will stand firm on their word and not waver, not flip-flop. And Darius Dillon has a track record of that now. Even though this is his first term as senator, but this previous ending term of the last senator that he did extremely well. He demonstrated that he was a man of principles. That's why the Liberian people in masses supported him. And now he's still got to learn. And he's still learning. But where he is now is far better than most of where the old politicians have been. It's far better than what our previous leaders have taken us. With the lies, with the treachery, with the deception, dereliction of duties. All these things add up to hurt us, man, to keep our country down, to keep our people suffering and imbalance. So this is a serious consideration because Darius Dillon has maintained his standards, his bearings. He has maintained them. Despite the fact that I was mad at him for Musability business, Darius Dillon has not wavered. He has stood firm on what he believed. And this is what we want to see in our leaders. We want to see our leaders standing strong. And it doesn't matter whether you got connection abroad or not. Connection will come. You're the leader of a nation. People will want to invest. People will want to do things in our country. And they will contact you. But what we need are leaders that will ensure corruption stops. That will ensure that we get some of that money back these people have stolen. And will not take no for an answer. Will not relent. We'll go after our money and get most of it back. Because people can't just come and steal from us with impunity. People can't just come and rob us time and time again, in and out, like they're our country for them. We got to stand for principle and justice, man. We got to stand for truth and liberty. And it behooves us very much to set our system right. So I think Darius Dillon is qualified. If he's not qualified, I don't see anybody in this Congress or legislature more qualified than Darius Dillon. With the issues he has raised, he demonstrated that he knows that something matters and he's there to enforce it. So when we got the few people among us willing to stand up, willing to speak out, willing to fight crimes, willing to ensure that our system is on the right path of leadership, that our laws are being met in accordance to the provisions and articles. We need these people. We need these kind of people because it has nothing to do with age or with experience. It has to do with honesty. Honesty. Yes, experience counts. But we've had experience for so long without honesty. And what has it gotten us? Right to the same place that somebody without education we have us. Stagnation. Our country can G, our country can haul. Every time we take a step forward, people come and rob us and lie to us and deceive us and put us 3-4 steps back. We can't continue to do this. We can't continue to do this. We have to determine who we are, what our paths are, what our patriotism means, and we stand up for it. And you see, once we start to catch these criminals, once we start to punish them, put them in jail, our whole system will change. People will become more accountable, more responsible. no competent in doing their work. But as long as we keep on this mediocre plane, keep lying, keep letting our leaders lie to us and deceive us, and we know they are lying to us, our path will remain dim. The path of our country and our own paths. Because what happens in the country will reflect on us. Because whatever the country stands is a reflection on us too. So it's a two-way street of reflection. Our country tells the world who we are. And we tell the world who our country is. And if we don't have a good connection between these two, there's a disconnect. And we face problems. So let's understand the significance of all these things to us. Because if we don't, our country will fail and fail and fail. So, besides his qualification, I really believe Darius Dillon should put his hat in the 2023 presidential race. Because the two candidates are going, they're more competent than Darius Dillon. Boikai and Alexander Cummings are not much better than. They may have more experience in the presidential realm, running for presidency, but Darius Dillon has proven himself. The Liberian people have given this man money to run because of the trust and confidence they see in him, the abilities for him to do his work. So people supporting him, people giving him money. Some man, we want you run, we want you serve us. And he's there now. And he's still one of the big voices in the House of Legislature. So, should he run? Do you think he should take the opportunity and see if he can make a difference? And see if the Liberian people will rally behind him, like they rally behind him for the senatorial position? I would like to see somebody else compete with these people. I would like to see a man like Darius Dillon put his head in the hat, get out of that Liberty Party, from your own party. You got bouncing dreams. You don't have to live in bouncing power, the party, to fulfill his dreams. That's all you need, his dreams, his ideals of what he wants to do. Okay? So we can do it. Let's get up and do it. Aluta. Continue. Okay, I don't have much to say today, so let me just get right on my last topic. Because I must say I need to take some time or enjoy this good vacation day. The sun, I see the sun already up. So let me get into my last topic now. But to conclude on Darius Dillon is qualified and he has demonstrated it. And I think he has a good shot if he so decides to put his hat in the presidential race. We need competent and good leaders who will get there and understand what their priorities are, Liberia and the Liberian people. And you need to do all that you can to build our nation, not by yourself, but garnering the minds of Liberia, by garnering the workers, the laborers who are patriotics. And let us get together and build our nation, put it to work, and build a strong Republic of Liberia. for us to grow, for us to prosper, for us to continue as an independent nation, we must choose our leaders well, because leadership counts. Leadership counts. It's key. Okay? Leadership is key. Leadership is key. Leadership key. Leading Liberia is key. Leading Liberia right is the key. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. She told us to lead. That is the key. She failed Liberia. She never led us well. She brought us shame and disgrace in every front. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Liberia's going down on the Georgia. Ellen Johnson, Sally Field. Now we need a leader who we can trust. Who is that leader? Attorney Commander Chesson. We can trust him.
Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
Well, my final topic for this evening is charity begins at home. What is charity? Charity is love, kindness, forgiveness, understanding, peace. Anything that gives us hope and love. That's charity. It begins in our home, because that's the first place we get love. That's the first place we get discipline. Discipline with love, not discipline with wickedness. We get education because our parents are our first teachers. Our brothers and our sisters are our first advisors and our first friends before we go out into the world. So everything that we deal with in the world, we have to deal with it in our home. So it behooves us to understand the mechanisms of home and what home means to all of us. When you say you have a home, it's different from a house. A house could be an apartment. A house could be a dormitory where everybody lives. A house could be a place where it has apartments. But when you say a home, you know that everybody in that whole area or surrounding or space, they are relatives. They live together. They are a family. So that's the home I'm talking about. I'm not talking about an apartment where you just yell to each other and live in the same complex and all of that. No, I'm talking about people living in the same apartment, in the same home, in the same building that are confined to a special space that is theirs and theirs alone. And you make it a home. You make it a place that's peaceful and conducive to you. Where when you come home, you feel at peace. You're not fighting with people. When you come home, you have the chance to teach your children the way you want to teach them and have them behave the way you want to behave. And all of that hangs on discipline and love. Those people who don't love their children are the ones you hear them, the police coming to get them all the time because they're beating the children or they're talking a crime they're committing against their children. So for parents who love the children, try to give them nourishment, encouragement, peace, or understanding of life and the intricacies of life. What are the things that make life life? The difficulties, the goodness, friends who can be enemies. These are all challenges of life, and we got to go through them whether we like it or not. All of us got to go through these things. These are stages of life that we have to go through whether we like them or not. And the only way we learn to deal with them and compose ourselves to accept them, our challenges, not to be overwhelmed by them, but to accept them and know that we're not the only one with these challenges. Other people got challenges. And just as other people are fighting and meeting their challenges, we have to do the same. Because when you look left and you look right, people don't have mind and power to help them. There's a time you grow out of that. There's a time it's better you have no mind and power than to have mind and power. It give you more problems. So those are the things all of us got to understand. Why it's important for us to truly know what charity means and why we say it begins at home and why if we're not doing the things in our homes to bring charity and love and understanding to the forefront of our family lives, something is missing. And if they can't find it at home, they got to go out in the streets and in the neighborhoods and in the community to find it. Will it be conducive to the family living that we want to see out of our brothers and sisters and families? That conducive to uplifting our family, to strengthening the bonds amongst brothers and sisters, to protecting us against outsiders and the wilderness. These are all things you have to consider. Because until we begin to look at life as life truly is, begin to study our leaders and look for those leaders with qualities that we need, not because they're our relative and friend, but because we know they stand on foundations of truth, justice, ideals of constitutional democracy, freedom, and liberty for all. And if our people don't believe in these things or pursue them or understand how significant they are in our lives, they can't help us. And we don't need them. That's my lesson. Let charity guide us. Parents, understand what charity is. It's not over loving. It's just right. You know your children got to be disciplined. You know you got to give them love. So you got to balance it. You can't let love be more than discipline or discipline more than love. No, you got to try and keep it even. So you only discipline your children when you know they need to get a message across to them that they have been missing for so long, or not following, or not paying attention to. You have to make sure they get that. And all of that balances our society. Because we know Jack needs to play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And that's true. That's why we have recreation. That's why these things are necessary for us to take a break from what we're doing. Like now, it's time to take my break from what I'm doing right now. Aluta, continua. You have a good evening. It's been nice being here. The message out. I told the Commander Chesson is out of here. Take care.